As the floors can't take no more, stuck in this groove, I'm feeling bored. Ready, steady, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to La Coupe d'Africana. It's season 3 and it is a party. Not feeling 100%, so bear with me. It's going to be a whole lot of color casting today and not much play-by-play. But the party continues. Group A, we are in the group stages, and these teams are all looking for an opportunity to get into the finals. The top 2 teams from this group will advance straight to the finals to join the other I believe top 7 from the gauntlet stages. So this is what it's all about, qualification. So if you can, I think right now it's just looks like I think GAMERIZE 4 kill. Both teams are standing very strong. It's okay, so it's actually GAMERIZE and Team Unique that are standing very tall, 66 to 60 points. I mean, they might be running away with it though. 42 points for Royal Academy. Funny enough, Royal Academy has 2 chicken dinners, but they're in no way close enough to Team Unique. A lot of ground for them to cover though, but that's what we are here for, to see if they are going to be able to actually achieve that. Roughly what, 18 points away? I mean, can they secure another chicken dinner to bring themselves that close? Sky Monsters, Dark Legacy, Nami Sports, and BBC still yet to make their mark on the double-digit frame. Dose of War, I was expecting a much better performance from Dose of War, if I'm being honest. I was expecting a whole lot from them, but doesn't look like it's going to be the case. ZEUS as well, another team that had potential, still yet to find their way. 4B4M with the exact same dose of trouble, but hopefully things turn out better for them. But right now, Madman, 4 games, 22 eliminations, 3,300 in damage points. Yep, it looks like he's going to be walking away with that MVP crown on his head for this group stage. Would love to see Team Unique in the finals to see how Madman is going to fare against the likes of Amara, Kakao, Mangi, and a bunch of other players that are starting things strongly. But right now we are going to be kicking off with Rondo. First match of the day, 5th match of the group stages, Group A. So we're going to see who's gonna come out on top. Business, and who's gonna put things out. Now is a time for reflection untoward as we are looking to see what the map has in store for us, cutting through from that eastern side to the southwest. I believe that is Long Ho, where the plane is going to be dropping everyone off. Close this down. Hmm. This thing is huge, man. Much better. Small. Right, looks like tactical execution. That's another team that I was expecting much better from, though, if I'm being honest. I was expecting a whole lot better from them. The performance, I was expecting so much, but it looks like they were caught off guard so far. But today is the opportunity, major opportunity for these teams to, stand guard and look very, very confident as they add a couple of more points to their tally. Rondo is a very, very good opportunity to do that, just to put things into perspective, I think. Just to add a little bit more to what they've already got. Those, especially the team sitting in third place right now, they're trailing. This would be a perfect opportunity for them to reduce the deficit. That is, if those teams at the top do not increase the deficit even further. Tactical execution. Looking for a way through. Looks like King is going to be caught out. Is that Neon Outlaws in trouble? It is. Neon Outlaws losing Skinny, I believe. Oh my days! Someone's name is Gold USD. Nasty business, and only a certain demographic will understand what that means, man. What XAU USD means, man. Looks like BBC is gonna be in trouble again. 4B4M. ZEUS tactical execution. Started to add. We have started to add some points to the tally. Tezzy putting it into overdrive there. Team Unique currently sitting top 2 of that leaderboard. I would love to see the live standings. I can keep track of how they are actually faring as the games go on. Ooh, well, King goes for another one. He does get the drop on them. Big shots coming through. Tactical execution. Rohan has been knocked away. Tezzy also gets another one for Team Unique. I mean, can he go for it? No, it doesn't look like he, but Exist is there. Exist will be sent back to the lobby. I mean, yep, Kaish is probably going to go for that recall. But tactical execution. Now, this is the tactical execution that I know very, very solid. Very solid. They know how to trail off. They know how to keep things on. I'm quite surprised. I would love to see the live leaderboard so I can see where they sit and know exactly how their points are going to be tallying. And then BBC, on the other hand, not the best start. Thank you to production. So right now, Royal Academy, Zeus, these guys need a whole lot of ground to cover their BBC. Spoidy trying to go for it, but the S12K will shut him down. And Law is on the other side for BBC. Probably gonna go for a pickup and reset the rest of his teammates there. It looks like Kairos, final boss. Oh, so okay, this is Zeus final boss actually. Not the Zeus boss that was in the gauntlet stages. Okay. Well, Neon will be resetting themselves back to full strength. Yet again, losing out players this early is kind of like a nasty morale hit, though. Play zone is still in the southwest side. A lot of teams still gonna be called out. Rohan is going to be victim of his own hubris there. Ooh, Kaish did have some nice sprays there. Team Unique, they want this and they want to make sure tactical execution do not make it out. Now they have this is something that Crowns and I talked about, during the Godless stages about Rondo, and it's something that we saw and we said, if you eliminate a team and you leave one player alive, he's going to come back with his teammates, and ambush you, and that's one thing we talked about. Leave one wolf alive and the sheep are never safe. And now Team Unique are coming to haunt them. King as well. Rohan goes down. Tactical execution need a man free. They need a man at the recall center. That's the best way this works out for them. Hopefully they've not allowed themselves to get backs in here, but on the other side, GAMERIZE are continuing their onslaught. And Man is packing it up. Utilities immediately getting chased down by Zigar. That's another one biting the dust. And that will be the end of the road for King. So trade-off for trade-off. Tactical execution take 3 from Unique. Unique will take 3 from tactical execution. Hopefully he makes it to the recall center in time. If not, all of those eliminations would have been for naught. Ooh. But there is a packing in position though, we've seen. And it looks like Neon is going to be in trouble yet again. ZEUS into the side, but Skinny is there to the rescue, manages to shut things down. Oh. So it's all about recall centers in this season. Wait, that's Rescue Esports, right? Yeah, it is. It is Rescue Esports. And Chu is getting his teammates back into the mix here. imagine recalling your teammates into an ambush. That's a nasty piece of business, though. Hopefully this works out the way he wants. Yep, they're pulling up immediately, but his teammates are also pulling up to the mix. They might be wanting a piece of this. Do they get out of this? Doesn't look like they do. Ooh, that's a good shot. That's a very good shot from Chu. Exposes himself wide. There was no need to go for the flush there. All you just had to do was wait. You knew that those guys were out there. Like these are the things. These are the tiny mistakes that you just can't be making, right? You just can't be making these types of mistakes, man. And they could be looking out to to pack out the positions, but mentally this could be different. Let's use down to just 2 players, Helia and Rat. Neon Outlaws, are they back to full strength, or are they just at the recall center trying to do that? Doesn't look like they might be doing much though, but they will be trying to circumvent out of this. Helia has given away their position, so you're already cooked. Oh, nice grenade, solid grenade. It's a very solid grenade. And another one to launch from that guy. That guy is one with the grenades. He is one with those nades, man. Sage one of the circle closing out. Neon. Wait. Oh, we're done with recalls. It looks like we're done with recalls. Whew. No more recalls. Unfortunate scenes. If you don't have 4 players right now, you're at a heavy disadvantage. Looks like GAMERIZE will be setting their sights now on tactical execution. Superboy has been the victim. Oh no, we still have recalls actually. Legacy calling back some others, but where is Neon then? Neon should have gotten the last recall then if they did have one. Hmm. GAMERIZE. I mean, they are playing like top one. They are playing like they are the champions for sure. Yep, they are definitely playing like champions. Rescue Esports are looking for a way to breach the angles here. I mean, one would have liked that prop, that play out position, you know, that some of these players have already started to liaise with. That's a nasty zone, though. It's moved, you know, from south to north now. So Rescue Esports will have to reposition again. And they probably wouldn't like that, but looks like it is going to be FINALBOSS turning up the pressure as well. Oh, that's a nice spray from Shaki. Rescue Esports, but they're surrounded on so many different sides. And that is the end of the road for them. In all of that, all they got was one elimination. That is just unfortunate. And Neon Outlaws are now cut down to just a single player. And you know, these things happen so quickly. So quickly they happen. And you're always going to be surprised. You're always going to be surprised. That's just the game. You're always going to be surprised when it happens. But right now, 4B4M, very good. Very solid performance so far. But remember, it's only top two advance from this, man. Nasty. It's nasty, I know. So that's what, 6 teams? Wow. 6 teams. Wait. Yeah, that's 6 teams from the group. So that was good. They're going to join 7 others, right? So that's 13. So that means from last chance, we're going to have another 3. That last chance is going to be something, something vicious, man. So vicious, bro. Nasty business for real. But I'm there. I will be there. Inshallah. I will be there front and center. Ooh. Ooh. And that's a shot to follow through. I mean, GAMERIZE have their own agenda here, you can tell. Wait, another recall? Okay, looks like Neon could do a recall as well, but man, the amount of recalls already. Madman once again popping up on the feed for Team Unique. They've got 5 eliminations though. Right? Okay, they've got 4 actually. They've got 4. But potential to get 5. And There's an angle here for Team Unique. Right now, it's Madman and ZEUS that's putting in all of the work. Those 4 eliminations, 3 from Madman again. I mean, I would love to see him fare really against the other MVPs for sure. ZEUS getting called out by King. Tactical execution, I love the fact that they are scrappers as well, even when they're not playing really, really well. But, you know, there's so many ways this could go. But Rohan is not going to be so lucky. Madman already has his number and dials it. Superboy back from the dead. But Madman has to be stopped, man. You have to stop this guy, bro. You have to stop this guy. He's getting chased down. It's 2 versus 1. He takes a hit. Can he do the 1v2? Can Madman be a real Madman right now? Because Kaish is still there. Yeah, he's charging the nade, but no, it doesn't work. He was already ready. He was so ready. He has to press this. Kaish is there to get the job done. 6 elims for tactical execution, but it's unfortunate, man. Man, if you don't qualify from here, you're cooked, man. Because that last chance is it's gonna be something vicious, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's gonna be something vicious. Tell me, guys, who do you expect to qualify from last chance? You know, because some of these teams, that's where they're going right now. But I think some teams will be eliminated from here, though, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not sure. But I think some people will be eliminated from here to play in the last chance. I think. I don't know if last chance is going to be like grouped or something, but I'll get more information because I know it's top 2 and it's top 2 is every. So that means that leaves like 14 teams. Still looks like a hassle for me, but we'll see. But GAMERIZE looking very, very confident. Again, yeah, they're actually very good in, was it Wild Card? Because I know I saw them play somewhere. I didn't cover any of the regional games now. I started covering from Wild Card. And I think I saw them in Wild Card, if I'm not mistaken. Someone should tell me what country GAMERIZE is from. Is it Madagascar or Mauritius or something? I'm trying to remember because they're very, very good. I know Team Unique is from Mauritius, so but we'll see. It's okay. 4Kill is not here actually, so that's another team. Nam, I think Nam Esports. Oh, Gold USD. Only a handful of people can understand what that reference really means, though. But play zone towards the south again. It's shifted even much more south. And those of war, they're looking very good in their hold, but only one elimination. When Unique have 8 and the final boss have 7. Yeah, man. The problem now is I always root for the underdog, right? If Zeus can get a chicken dinner here, we're about to have something interesting on our hands. But Team Unique already have 8 eliminations, so Royal Academy are racking up on chicken dinners, but not racking up on enough eliminations. As you can see now, 2 eliminations in all of this, and Smoker is running away. Probably gonna get shot out of his vehicle before he makes it to wherever he's trying to go to. Yeah, he's not making it long. Yep, said it. He's dropped. Royal Academy. Yeah, that 3rd place is so shaky for them right now. 44 points, and they have the final boss behind them with 38. And final boss, this is looking like they're going to make it into the top, at least top 4, top 5. But BBC yet to turn things around. Too far out as well. Need to make a quick dash into that zone. Nam Esports and Unique and 4RK all holding up inside of the zone. Wild is also in the mix, coming in from the south. This could be something interesting though, but Nam, I don't think Nam is getting out of dodge here for real. I don't think Nam is getting out of dodge for real. Oh wow. Ooh. Final boss and BBC looks like Deuce of War as well is also gonna trade them out for another. And then 4B4M in with all their good intentions, 8 eliminations. They are only down to just 1 player now. Deuce of War as well, called themselves got themselves into a little bit of chaos there. If they could play, they're still in a split outside of the zone. It's gonna be very, very hard for them to get in. This is phase 5, and the zone is starting to move relatively very, very quickly. Gotizio also with one on for the foot. Mahmoud trades off as well. Those are looking very good though with the way they're adding their numbers. But again, in all of this, Gamerize and Unique are still in the game. They're still in the mix. That is why it's so hard, because they're still adding more and more and more points, more and more strive to their game. And that's why it's so difficult to advance. Final boss, out they go. Ooh. Right? Was that final boss? Or who was that? Yeah, I think it was final boss, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So he's going to lose out. Gamerize get eliminated. Okay, okay, okay. That's interesting. But again, when you now see behind them, right? When you see behind them, like only Wild is close enough, and they are still far away. Imagine being close enough and still being far away. That's just how nasty the business is. Madman continues his assault. I can't wait to see this guy go up against the other top MVPs, man. It's going to be so treacherous. Wild. Yep, I think Final Boss is still there. Oh, they've been eliminated now. Finally, Kairos goes down to the zone. Yeah, that was a valiant effort. They're still behind Royal Academy. Yeah, I was right. They did make it into the top draw. Those who were eliminated as well. In all of that, nothing really came out. In all of their performance, nothing really came out to show for it. And 4RK now on their own onslaught. Unique is still alive with 13 limbs. And they still have some ground to cover. There are bodies in the air. There are bodies everywhere. And Nam still have 4 players up, but with only 2 eliminations, that chicken dinner is not ideal. It's not going to really do much for them. You always have to balance it out. BBC, they go out as well. Here comes Atlas. Now, this is a team that if they get a chicken dinner right now, it's going to be a big shift, big boost for them. Page gets a drop on him. Trade-off is good. 4K running through. He's spotted as well. It's a good trade-off. He's spotted. But that's going to be the end of the road for him. Kanshi is going to advance his position inside of the zone, but Madman has been spotted. Always knew that chicken dinner wasn't going to happen for them in this game. And he should be ready to... Wait, he's not taking zone damage? Gotta love Rondo. Taking a while before he takes the zone damage as well. Ooh. It's a nice spray from Kaish, but not enough. So we got Wild and Nam. Yeah, I think Wild still takes this game though. I think Wild still takes this. They have more of the zone than the guys from Nam. Just that last piece of action that Unique took on Wild is what is haunting them right now. Grenade tossed back as well. Oh! Wow, that was nasty. Gold USD now. It's about to be bullish for him or bearish, because more grenades will be sent forward if they can. No, why are you in the open, man? Why are you in the... wait a minute. They're not... okay. It was Melton. I had him in his sightlines. I still think Wild takes this game though. What is this? 4v2? Yeah, I still think Wild takes it. Oh, utilities from Melton. Okay. Fairs. Nam chicken dinner. Well done to Nam Esports. Well, good use of the utilities there. Very, very good use of the utilities, man. Solid draft, solid drop. 6 eliminations and a chicken dinner from Nami Sports. I mean, it's good, but I don't even think they're like number one in all of this, right? Good USD, Ghosty, Melton, SRG. Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, yeah, points though. Do they see it through? Did they get all the points they wanted? $3K in damage from Unique. I mean, 20 points in total. Yeah, I think pretty sure they finished top. 17 knocks to 4, 15 eliminations to 6, 23 minutes to 24. I mean, Team Unique once again masterclass. I think they are going to be shifting the gears a little bit farther, much farther from the rest of the opposition in these games. I think they have a plan here, and they are sticking to that plan with full precision. Madman MVP yet again. 1500, call it 1600 in damage points, man. 11 knocks, man. This guy is something different. Unfortunately, no photo for him, so we don't even know what he looks like. But we had some good contenders though in this round. Kash was also there from Team Unique, following his teammate side by side. We also had Kairos from FINALBOSS and Tactical Execution having King in the mix as well. And then you have Peter Pan from 4RK. 5 eliminations for him. Probably had the highest in his entire team because they played very, very slow. But as it stands, it's looking very, very sure for Team Unique. I'm not sure for GAMERIZE though, but probably by match 3 we would know. Probably by match 3 I think we would know. But yeah, 20 points for Team Unique. And well deserved as well. 16 points for Nami Sports, Wild with 11 for real with 9, tied with FINALBOSS, 4v4m, 8 elims, and 8 points total in 6 and 7 Dose of War with 6 as well, tied with BBC, GAMERIZE, and Tactical Execution. ZEUS with 4, Neon Outlaws with 3 in 12th place. And then Royal Academy in 13th with 2, Rescue Esports with 1, Dark Legacy and Sky Monsters, nothing to speak on for them. Madman is leading the charge once again. 30 eliminations and just 5 games played, so he's basically averaging 6 KD. Gotta love the math. 4900 though for Madman, so that tells you all you need to know. Legacy from GAMERIZE still very much in the mix though. FINALBOSS have Kairos leading for them, and then Spoidy is leading for BBC, and Tactical Execution have King. 2K across the board, except for Legacy is probably at 3K and Madman at 5K, but Spoidy and the rest pretty balanced between them. Pretty very balanced. And we're going to see if they will stand on business, but let's take a look at the overall leaderboard right now. Yes, yeah, man. I mean, Team Unique and GAMERIZE, it looks like they want to just qualify by like game 7, right? I think that's when they want to qualify. They just want to know it's done and kill the hopes and dreams of all the other teams, and that's just what it is. You know, I just feel like that's just what it is. But while these sports chasing as well. This is what, 20, 30? Okay, it's not up to 30. It's like 28 points. 28 points between second and third. Nasty piece of business, man. But Wild Esports in there as well. ZEUS, I mean, that's it. 3 to 6 has 3 to 5 has some competition amongst themselves as well. Neon Outlaws in 6th place with 30, Rescue Esports with 26, For Kip in 8th place with 25. I mean, this top 8 is something one for the books, though. Is really one for the books. You know, we've seen every single draft for most of these teams, but yeah. But right now, 4B4M currently topping on the other side of the leaderboard. 25 points to the good, 24 for tactical execution. 20 for Nami Sports. Actually, did not boost them into a nice spot, but they need to do way more than that if they are trying to get themselves into the finals. Dose of War as well. The ZEUS, BBC still yet to find their way through. Dark Legacy and Sky Monsters still yet to add anything to the mix. But that is match number 1 down, ladies and gentlemen, and we are about to see something special. We are heading straight to Erangel for match number 2 or match number 6 for the group stages, Group A. Until then, it's La Coupe d'Africaana Season 3. We'll be right back after the break.
Very first land, very first win, 347, 348, now the contest, the boys in through, no way through, and they are going to hold it down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the party. It is La Coupe d'Africaana Season 3. It is the group stages. It is Group A. And the road to the finals continues. Everyone is looking for a way to get to the finals. And right now, Team Unique and Gamerize, they are all but guaranteed a slot, unless something out of the ordinary happens. But doesn't look like it's going to be the case, man. But it's a good zone. If I can get the map feed. West, west to east, cuts across the middle. Uh, ooh, okay. Get a load of this guy. We got Aladdin over here. Neon Outlaws heading to military base. Ooh. It looks like is that unique? Is that unique? I mean, I think they can afford to even lose out, right? Yep, it's unique. Frags, first blood drawn, courtesy of Dose of War. Who? Well, I mean, yeah, they can afford to be losing out here in Pochinki to Dose of War. They can afford a Cuba with an idea of his own. They've drawn blood. Leclerc is the one that gets it done. Falak sets his sights on Melton, knocks him away as well. Yeah, so we're gonna have we're going to have a different coercion as to how they will make this happen there. But Valak is going to make sure he deals with the chicken dinner bandits from the previous game. Nam down to just one. BBC setting their sights on the oil construction side again. But Kaishi is going to trade one off. It is Hamoud off onto the back end. Hamoud is going to be sent back into the lobby. Unique are not going to take this one lying down. I mean, 9 points. BBC coming in and closing it down real quick. Chow trying to escape. I mean, ZEUS, funny enough, yeah, I saw this team in the wild card. I remember seeing them in the wild card, right? Because I'm trying to remember. I know I saw them in the wild card. I don't know if it's the wild card per se, but well, there's a lot of ground to cover here from Chu. If he can stick to the plan. Helia also. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I remember these guys. Were they in the wild card or they were in the Western qualifiers? I'm trying to remember where I saw them from because they had like one of these fantastic games that made them stick in my memory. I think they had was it not 03 or 3C in their lobby then. Yeah, I know I remember covering this team, but I'm not sure if it was in the. I think it was in the wild card or something. I think. But right now it's BBC's idea if they can hold on. But they are surrounded. They are so surrounded. Pyros has been spotted. Probably gonna get knocked away though. Yep, he's taking so much damage. Surely they will press. Yes. Now this is beautiful from ZEUS. Oh, beautiful. That is how you squeeze a team that has no idea what they're doing, man. BBC had no idea, man. All they needed was Helia in the off angle, and it was enough. Leclerc is going to get knocked away again. Dose of War getting dosed heavily by Team Unique again. I think Dose of War is also from Mauritius, right? So that's some Mauritius action. Exists is trying to make quick work of this. FBI bursts open the door. Can he clutch? Doesn't look like he can though. Kaish is with a mindset of his own there. He's gonna circle back. Exist doesn't get him dropped off. Is it me or is this freezing? Ooh, well, Kash is of the opinion there, but he is continuing his form from the previous game. He did secure a couple of eliminations in that game, and it looks like he might be securing a little bit more as well. Okay, so those of war down to 2, unique down to 3. I think they are trying to squeeze them out here to make sure that this is done. Cuba's position has been compromised. I believe Cash is aware he's there. Ooh, well, 4RK will breathe no more. You're gonna be stopped by Rescue Esports. It's all about the professions and the professionals at this stage. You have to make sure that your plans do not get overdrafted. You know, you just have to make sure. You just have to make sure, man. Right now, but Kaish is gonna be caught out again. DBS in the corner, and now Madman S12K against S680. Oh, beautiful shot from Madman. Immediately catches Cuba, trades him off as well. 2 versus 1 now for Team Unique. Exist is probably going to close this down, but we're going to see. Those of War, do they have something in? Do they have something special lurk in here? Do they have something in the box here? Nope, they do not. Madman secures 2. Exist is there for moral support, and Kaish has secured 2 as well, but he's back in the lobby. 4 eliminations right now for Team Unique. Right now, Federal from Rescue Esports. I mean, Royal Academy, can they even sniff a top 2 finish at this stage? You know, like, because when you get, you know, when you get dropped behind, right? When you get dropped behind, the team that you're chasing, they still be getting. So you have to make sure that the team you're chasing doesn't get any points. That's the real objective here. You know, like that's the real deal. That's the real conversation. You just have to make sure that the team that you're chasing just doesn't get any points. And the real thing is you have to make sure that it's done by your hand. You know? It has to be done by your hand. That's just the reality of it. If you don't do it by your hand, then you know you can't really control that much. Right now, tactical execution, setting your sights on final boss. I mean, they have the idea of their position, but doesn't look like much is going to come out of this. Rather than, you know, giving away their position for a later ambush because I know Final Boss are the type of team to do something like that. They're probably gonna take a drop and then ambush you as well. Legacy taking a hit. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I want. Because there's only one way to do it. You gotta remove that team in front of you. You have to do it by yourself. If you want it that bad, you gotta do it by yourself, man. And that's what I love to see. Royal Academy, it looks like they are gonna take it upon themselves there against the guys from Gamerize. I'm not sure. Somebody has gotten knocked away. I'm not sure who it was or who it is, but it looks like something is going on down northern side or and maybe west of the side of Yasnaya there. Yep, it is. It looks like Aries is the one that's been knocked away, and I think he got caught out during a routine trade off or scout coverage. Yeah, they are looking for the rest of his teammates. You gotta respect that. I mean, this is what I wanted to see. Put some competition, and crazier thing is, psychologically, oh man, stabbing him is nasty business though. But yeah, psychologically, this gives your team a boost, knowing the fact that they've eliminated their immediate threat. So now if Real Academy can add a chicken dinner to this performance, then they can put pressure on Gamerize, and it's just match number 2, so they can put pressure on them like right now. This is the time to do it. If you're going to put pressure on any team, this is the time you're going to put pressure on them. This is the right time to do it. This is the time to force them into that narrative or force them into that little box. I wonder where the rest of the Gamerize team is. Though. Let me take a look. Where are they? Oh, they're just still outside of Yasnaya, towards the eastern side, not too far off. But yeah, Royal Academy just earned my respect because even if they don't qualify, I know that they've tried. Even if they don't make it, I know that at least they wanted it. Even if they don't make it happen now, I know that at least they wanted it, and that's fair. I can say that yeah, they wanted it. Right now. Well, 4v4. It's also in Yasnaya though. I wonder why all of these teams are still in this Yasnaya area. Playzone has shifted towards the south. Farm, Milta, Shelter. That's where you gotta be. I know. I think it's Final Boss that has that little compound that rests between Shelter and Farm. Yeah. Then 4v4M is here, just south of Yasnaya, outside of the zone. It's phase 2. A couple of seconds before we move into the phase 3 of the circle, though. For before him have ideas though. It's a matter of sticking to it because they had quite a solid game. Oh, Final Boss catching one of the guys from Royal Academy. 2 of the guys from Royal Academy actually. Did they run into them? It looks like they did. It looks like they did. Task execution. Is it them? Okay, they're actually the ones that are holding this particular compound. Royal Academy. Oh, they're gonna lose out. So fortunate, but that is how competitive this tournament is. Royal Academy is starting really, really strong, eliminating 2 from Gamerize, only to be stopped by, Final Boss. It's unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. And again, Final Boss, they need this though. They actually need this. So if they can add a couple more points, that puts them into a nice spot. Ooh, well, Dark Legacy back into the lobby for them. Ooh. Well, Wild Esports, I mean, they had a very good game. They had a actually very good game in the previous game, But then that's another angle, right? When you have Real Academy eliminating Gamer Rise, you now have Wild Esports and, Final Boss lurking in the shadows because they are all still pretty much tied at the hip when it comes to points. So if either of them still win a chicken dinner, they still put pressure on Gamerize, owing to the fact that Real Academy have dealt, Gamerize a massive blow by reducing their numbers to 50%. So anyone that Gamerize literally come up against now is most likely going to be in. It's not even most likely, yeah, but most likely because you still have Unique and Real Academy in there, but most likely going to be a 2 versus 4, and the odds are already stacked against them. So that's what it means psychologically. And Gamerize, when they play, when you lose players very early, it tends to turn your playstyle differently, just turns things around. You just need to be in a different type of mindset. Playzone has closed off, and like I said, you got to be in shelter farm and in its environs right now. Nobody's in farm though. I'm quite surprised. Royal Academy would be nice for them to play out there because they've got only 2 players. They don't have to worry about rotations anymore. 4v4M spinning a block here. I mean, this could be something special. Slater getting a drop on one of the guys from 4v4M, and somehow Slater still gets an elimination, still adds to the points of Gamerize. 4v4M have to commit to this though. They have to commit, but Slater has a vehicle, so he's probably going to get out of dodge very soon. Vega as well, spinning around and locking in all by his lonesome though. I wouldn't recommend that, but we'll see if that's going to work. Launches one just out the window as Madman continues his onslaught. 5 eliminations now for Team Unique. Slater spins around just out of the blue zone. Just want to take unnecessary damage. Postman taking a Molotov to the chest. Final boss looking good as they are adding more and more eliminations to themselves. The Royal Academy could be in some trouble here. They might be dropping off into potentially even 5th. Because right now only Neon hasn't added any points so far, and Neon is still a ways from the rest of the teams in this lobby on that top 5 position. So it could create an opening though, because Slime could work through here for you. Gets a drop on Final Boss. I believe that Zara getting knocked away. Radu is going to take one for the team as well, but he will come out on top. Final Boss, 5 eliminations. That's a solid drop as well, but they will lose one and might be losing another. That's a fantastic grenade, but it's not enough. Slime is into the corner. He loses out, swaps through with the S12K, gets the first drop. Slime actually tried to go for the flush, but not this time. And Gamerize will be eliminated. Now, only one elimination secured for Gamerize. Can Royal Academy, ZEUS, and Wild capitalize on this? This is the opportunity for them to capitalize. I know they're not going to outrightly, pass them on points, but reducing the deficit, this might be the opportunity. I'm pretty sure everyone has seen the feed now, so they all know that Gamerize has been eliminated. Are they going to take the game by the scruff of the neck and make something happen? I mean, Neon inside of farm though, it's a good spot, very good spot to be in, but they're leaning much more towards the south. I think they might be forced to make one more rotation, maybe by zone 5, but we'll see. Miggy has been exceptional for the team. Hopefully he keeps up that good performance. They didn't necessarily have the best performance in the previous game though, but it could work though. It could really work. Dexter, boy genius, looking for a way ahead. Ooh, yep, like I said, Neon, they have been forced out of the zone. Saw this coming. They were a little bit way too south leaning, so it's going to be a battle between them, Royal Academy, and potentially ZEUS. But this is a game they can potentially win. All they have to do is center themselves nicely, get a big chunk of that zone, and it could work. Ooh, Royal Academy find a little niche of the zone to work out of. That's ideal. This is an ideal rotation for them, seeing as they're just 2 players, so it's not too far-fetched. Skoda is Yeah, saw this happening, saw this coming. That guy spinning. Oh, oh, he's committing. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Well, it's probably gonna get flushed in all of this though. And yeah, he does get flushed. Grenade tossed out towards the right hand side. Probably gonna run into it. Skinny had no idea. Team Unique there also getting eliminated, but Skoda is not gonna be so lucky. Jump shot towards the right. GG's for him. Had that guy had no reason to die there. Had no reason. He had no reason to get flushed. No reason, man. When stuff like when you're crashing a building like that, you don't necessarily have to like crash immediately. You can still rotate around the back, and then let your teammates just be on, be close by to you. Since you're not scouting, right? You're not scouting. You're crashing, so you don't necessarily have to crash. Where your teammates can't protect you immediately. They arrive on the scene. That guy didn't have any reason to die there. The fact that there was nobody right behind him, to apply some more pressure, even as he got knocked away. Because he was already taking damage as he was, breaching the building, or rather the compound. So he was taking damage. The moment he hopped out of his vehicle, he was taking damage. It's just the game. I'm not even sure they knew how many people were in that house. I knew that they knew that people were there and they decided to take the fight, but like, why get sent back to the lobby? Did they even lose another player? Did they lose two in that exchange? Wait, that was Royal Academy. Yes, they lost two. Wow. Brazy. I thought it was just one player they lost. Crazy. Wow. I mean, right now, Wild Esports, I spoke way too highly of them. They've already lost a player as well. But Final Boss. Okay, okay. My eyes are on them. Yeah, if they can get into the zone, they win this game. If Final Boss gets into the zone right now, they win this game. If they get into the zone right now and hold that northern side, they will win this game. Looks like Chu's trying to pack things up, but he will be getting packed up inside. Is that tactical execution? It is. It is. It is, right? Or is that Final Boss? Yes, tactical execution and Final Boss working hand in hand. Final Boss probably gonna want to wrap this up, but it's gonna be hard for them because tactical execution is a four-man, and this would be a perfect opportunity for them to leapfrog a bunch of teams into that top four position. The chicken dinner is the only way that gets done. ZEUS have finally overthrown the guys from Royal Academy. Now we have something on our hands. Final Boss, we have something on our hands now. 9 eliminations. We're down to 4 teams. That chicken dinner from Final Boss is going to shake things up a bit. Now this is what I've been looking for, this type of performance. 9 eliminations. Can they get a couple more? If they can, we're about to have something special going into that third game. What a grenade from Panda. Yeah, tactical execution. Might be time to pack it up. More eliminations coming this way, but take a look at that, pressing it forward. Oh, almost worked in his favor, but his teammates, surely they have to do something. They have to. Panda is gonna get knocked away. I hope they don't crumble under this. Tezzy has gotten picked up. This is chaos, man. Doesn't look like he's working for Final Boss right now. They got way too overconfident. I really thought he was going to stop by the shack and pick up, his flushes. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, though. Playzone is already hot on their heels. Like, this whole thing is just a mess now. It's a mess. It's a mess right now. Tactical execution already making a play for it, though. Tezzy's up front. We're going to spray them down if they're not careful, right? Well, yeah, Tactical Execution have the numbers. They're back to full strength, and they will press this forward. Did they find a way? Royal Academy is still very much in here, right? Are they? Oh, my bad, they're not. I thought they were. So we have Final Boss, Wild, Neon, and Tactical Execution. Rohan immediately running into the guys from Neon. Neon. Oh, they're playing us 2, though. It's going to be a hard draft to defend that line. But Wild already has volts in the mix. He gets a drop on one of them as well. Trade-off is good. Superboy comes into Perska, but he uproots Kairos out of his vehicle. And somehow ZEUS, well, like I said, they have made it to the zone early. They would have won this game, but they didn't. and now they're feeling the pain of it. It's unfortunate. I really thought they were gonna get a chicken dinner in this game, and that would have, turned this into something special. But now Superboy and Radu are gonna be trading grenades. Who's coming out on top though? Ooh, good grenade. High ground advantage. You will be spotted first, and Radu is going to be the one to make it happen. 20 seconds on the clock to get in. 10 eliminations. I mean, if you can get into the zone without getting blasted away by Wild or Neon Outlaws, I mean, GG's for him, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case though. And Neon don't really have that many eliminations though. Miggy has been spotted by Sfado. So the moment he steps out of there, he's cooked. But Skinny's outside. Volt is also outside. Karu's also outside. But Volt has to move though. Probably going to join his teammate inside of the shack. Or will he expose himself to Skinny? He might. Or is he part of a bait and switch plan? Oh, beautiful rotation from Radu. Final boss actually getting themselves in a nice spot though. Oh, Rauf. My bad. I don't know why I was calling him Radu. Oh, so it's Rauf from Final Boss. Solid rotation. Gets himself into a nice spot. Also has airdrop. If that airdrop has some diabolical now, man, it could change everything entirely. This could change everything, honestly. It could. Well, he has been compromised though. Oh, ooh. Wow, his spray is something special. I'll tell you that. Miggy is gonna be warned to get back into shape. Yup, he spotted. Skinny immediately punishes him, and that's going to be the end of the road for Final Boss. They did have a fantastic performance there. Third place and a chicken dinner. But this could be Neon Outlaws' chicken dinner instead. They have the high ground, but they do not have the play zone though. That's why this is so tricky. It's a 2 versus 2 though. Nobody has a numbers advantage over the other, so we're going to see. Grenade launched over. Miggy's actually going for it. Is he gonna make it? He does. And now that puts things into perspective. Sfado is gonna get knocked away. Skinny locks in. Can Skinny take the 1v1, or does he just allow his teammate to get the job done? Oh, that grenade almost sending him back into the lobby. He's gonna bait and switch. He might space into the right hand side. Skinny, the play zone is already hot on his heel. Just force him out. Just wait for him to bait out. Wait for his teammates. You're taking damage as well. Just wait for him. Just wait. The other one launch, and that is GG's. Neon Outlaws. Well, who would have thought? Chicken dinner for Neon Outlaws. I mean, this is a conversation now. I mean, yeah, it's a good enough game, but it's a good enough game, but 6 eliminations chicken dinner. It's a good enough game, but it can be better. It can be better. And they play without 0 too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it can be better though. It can be better because Skinny was doing most of the heavy lifting here. You know, Big Zin was there for emotional support. That guy was in the mix as well. Yeah, but Skinny, Miggy, 2 of them putting in a shift. 6 eliminations and that chicken dinner. Okay, it's a conversation starter, but nowhere near Gamerize. So Gamerize now under a little bit of pressure, but I don't think they can lose players. But I don't think they can lose players back to back, right? I don't think they can lose but Final Boss did put in a shift and a half, 1400 in damage points, as opposed to Outlaws is 800. But you know, the Chicken Dinner still reigns supreme, 1 point ahead of Final Boss. It's a good shift. They put in a solid performance. Final Boss, I mean, if they can do this again though, then if they can do this again in the next game, you know, because Final Boss is one of those teams that do love to finish, you know, very, very strongly. But remember, the goal is top 2. I think Unique, all they need is just a couple more points just to shut things down, right? To make sure that, you know, there's no chances of anything happening. Yeah, just to kill it, just to nip it in the bud. But Kairos MVP yet again. This guy is very, very special. I really hope they make it. You know, he has been very, 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 very crucial for Final Boss. But we're going to see if that's going to be the case this time around though. Damage also in the mix, 500 as well, 2 knocks to follow through. You know, I think Skinny is also in the conversation for the MVPs for this particular game as well. But 16 points to 15. Wild Esports with 10, Tactical Execution with 9, 4B4M, and Team Unique 6 apiece. ZEUS also with 6. Royal Academy, Rescue Esports tied at 5 in 8th and 9th, and BBC with 3, and Dose of War with 2. Yeah, Dose of War might be time to just pack it up. I really thought these guys were cracked. GAMERIZE only 1 point. Not the best showing. Not the best showing at all. Dark Legacy, 4K, Nami Sports, and Sky Monsters. Unfortunately, nothing for them. But let's take a look at the MVPs for this match. You know, because I believe Skinny should be in that conversation, but he's okay. Oh, it's the overall we're looking at actually. So it's Madman still very much leading the pack with Legacy. Kairos is now in the 3000s. Slater is also in there for GAMERIZE. So we've got 2 GAMERIZE players now, and King from Tactical Execution also looking very, very ideal with his positioning. 11 eliminations. So we still got 2 players with 2K, because Legacy is basically in 3K right now. Madman on his way to 6,000. Well, take a look at that. 86 points for Team Unique. GAMERIZE with 73. Now, what is that? 18 points away? Yeah, I believe that is 18 points from Final Boss in 3rd. And Wild Esports also 22 points away from. I mean, Wild Esports could they do something? 22 points. I mean, Royal Academy slipping away into 5th. Neon Outlaws, that Chicken Dinner brings them back into the conversation with 46. Tactical Execution with 33. 4v4M with 31. I mean, 18 points. Rescue Esports with 31. For real with 25. ZEUS with 23. Nami Sports sharing 20 with Dose of War. BBC with 18. Dark Legacy, Sky Monsters falling off the face of the earth. But yeah, 18 points. I mean, the deficit has reduced significantly. I think it was from 28 or so to 18. So it's been cut down by that performance Final Boss had, as opposed to the one that GAMERIZE had. Team Unique still looking quite untouchable, but it is 2 games down, and potential for something special here. Could we see something? Well, we're about to find out. 2 games down, 2 more to go. We're gonna have Erangel again, and before we close out with Miramar, it's La Coupe d'Africana Season 3. We'll be right back after the break.
The match is about to start.
From PS12, now nobody is not able to use that. Now the Warmison, Demo against Iker. He needs to clear that hill. The boys in yellow. Iker finds him, shuts him down. And 340, 10 more seconds through that door. The oil money team are they going to make history? Very first land, very first win. 347, 348. Now the contest. The boys in three, no way through. And they are going to hold it down. So S are your champions.
Send them out. We ground sports. Be aware that there's someone
This is going to end the final games of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to La Coupe d'Africana Season 3. It is the group stages. It is Group A. And playing path is looking quite delicious right now. From the southwest to the northeast. From the southwest to the northeast, everybody's looking for cash money, looking for a way to get into that grand final. Ooh, well, let's see. Woo! Well, take a look at that play zone encompassing the northern side. Zarki, shooting range, Savani. If you're not there right now, it's a long day for you, bruh. It's a real long day for you, man. You know, but we're going to see if there's a lot of there's a lot of slots that teams are looking out for in this Lock Up so far. So but just to run through the structure as it is right now. We had the regional qualifiers. I think we had Central, Western, Eastern, Southern. Then we had a couple of teams qualify from those stages, right? The teams that represented the country. Oh, whoa! What a grenade exists. Well, he will no longer exist. Again, this conversation between Dose of War and Team Unique. Again, like I have to respect the stubbornness though, but does it really pay off? Because I think like last time Dose of War didn't come out on top of anything. Z-God goes down again. And Kaish is 1 HP. Yo, those of war, yeah, they want the smoke. They want the smoke. They do. Oh, they're pressing. Yo, this is a nasty press from those of war. Dude. They want this, man. They're trying to make this happen, bro. Yeah, Cash goes down. 3 for 3 right now. Madman, last one left as his teammates get obliterated. But yeah, they can afford to do this though. They can afford it. They can afford to take these hits. They'll be fine. They can afford to take the hits. Yeah, but to break down a little bit of the structure there, 4v4M going up against what do they call these guys? Desert Lions, yeah, Dark Legacy, yeah. Well, that's 3 LMs in the pocket for 4v4M. Still need a ways to go though if they are trying to break into that top 6. So like I was saying, yeah, so I was saying the structure, right, as it stands. Oh, Madman. Whoa, wow. Clean sweep for Dose of War, though. Clean sweep for Dose of War. Wow. Okay. They've eliminated their Mauritian brothers, Mauritian counterparts. They did actually lose still to Madman. I think Madman still managed to get a body in all of this. Crazy, man. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I got sidetracked again. So yeah, we're talking about the structure, right, as it stands. So we had the regional qualifiers, which consisted of the Eastern qualifiers, the Southern, the Western, and I think Central. So we had a bunch of teams come through to create those qualifiers. Now those teams that came through, I think they held like national qualifiers to have the teams that would represent each region. So from Nigeria for the Western, it was the NPL, the Nigerian Pro League team. So the top teams from the Nigerian Pro League got access to represent Nigeria in the Western qualifiers, right? So that's how we have the Western teams. I think O3, Slime, and yeah, the rest. So then we have the top teams from those qualifiers. They go to the gauntlet stages, right? They don't play in the Western qualifiers. So the likes of Neon, Outlaws right now that you have on your screen, right? They didn't play in the Western qualifiers. They just go straight to the gauntlet stages. So Big Z with a shot and a half, and they are taking hits here. If Neon can get their numbers back up, this might work. But Big Z goes down again. Grenade shot into the corner. Get out of dodge, man. That's a grenade. Get out of there, man. Oh, that's a nice shot. Jump shot perfectly. Royal Academy getting absolutely dismembered here from Neon, and Lara too far away to cause any kind of danger. Wow, Neon, they could capitalize on this though. 2, 3 eliminations, right? How many? Yes, 3, I believe. Is it 2 or 3? I think they still have another player from Royal Academy still lurking outside that's been knocked away, but he hasn't been flushed yet. So I believe that's 3 eliminations for Neon Outlaws. So like I said, so you had the likes of Neon Outlaws that won the Nigerian Pro League. So they don't play in the qualifiers. They go straight. Okay, yeah, that's the last player, Skoda from Royal Academy. So he's been flushed. So that's 3 to Neon. Um, so so winning the NPL gave Neon Outlaws access straight to the gauntlet stages, which you saw them play in against the top dogs from all the other countries, all the other regions that had their own versions of NPL or whatever, that qualified them. So you had the likes of I think Why So Serious and a bunch of other teams, in the gauntlet stages. So the gauntlet stages, have the top 7 teams basically go straight ahead to the finals, no questions asked. And now, if you don't make it to finals, then you now have like, after the we then you have the qualifier stages, right? We had the, like I said, the regional qualifiers, Western, Eastern, Southern. Now under the qualifier stages, you had the wild card, right? You had wild card 1 and wild card 2. So the top teams, I believe, from wildcard 1 and wildcard 2 also make it into the group stages, and then the top teams from the regional qualifier stages also make it into the group stages. So the teams you have in the group stages right now are top teams from the wild card stages, top teams from the regional qualifiers, and then the teams that didn't make it into the finals from the gauntlet stages. So those are the teams you have inside of the group stages. So this is Group A. Now, today's the last day for Group A, right? And the top 2 teams from here will join. That's GAMERIZE and Team Unique as it stands. They will join the rest of the other teams that are in the finals. So we already have 7 teams in the finals, so this is going to be 2. So that's going to make them 9, and then we advance to Group B, and then the top 2 from Group B will join. That'll make them 11, so on, so forth. So after we are done, whoa, Lyrad still causing chaos for 4RK. Though still very much a threat. Royal Academy still putting in the work. And Kira Goat is going to trade one off as well for Rescue Esports. So yeah, like I was saying, so we now have a bunch of other teams, logging it through from this group stage. So those teams that don't make it into the finals, they will now be selected for the survival stage, or rather the last chance. So the last chance, I think we'll now have the top 3 teams from the last chance into the finals. So the last chance is going to run for 2 days. I think next Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be last chance. Then after that, we have the finals. So right now, that is how it looks. Yeah, I don't know what 4v4M and Wild are doing over there in that northeastern side, man. I have no idea what they're doing over there, but Neon Outlaws Central, GAMERIZE just west of their position. FINALBOSS up north, looking good. I love FINALBOSS's spread, though. It looks very, very good. Now ESPORTS also just towards the eastern side. It looks like they're setting their sights on who? Is that Tactical Execution? I think it is. Yeah, can they go up against Tactical Execution, though? Doesn't look like they can. SRG is trying to get an angle, but he can't seem to find one. And Melton also trying his best, but it looks like Tactical Execution just have that entire area locked, so they will be trading one for one. Gold USD was the one that got one off, and then Ghosty was the victim. Well, Rescue Esports crumble yet again. They lose out. Unfortunately, they lose out again. Well, Gold USD getting swept off again. Pyros getting chopped to bits by Miggy. Neon Outlaws adding yet another to their mix. Superboy setting his sights on Nam, and that is the job. They share it though. I think Kairos continues his MVP charge for a final boss, adding another notch to his belt. And now he's looking quite confident right now. Ooh, Skinny is in trouble though. He's sent back to the lobby. Well, Skinny. Well, Neon Outlaws could be in some trouble there going up against BBC, but they do have the numbers. That guy gets Valak knocked away. It looks like it might be GG's for BBC. They can't turn this around though. Mickey's gonna get knocked away. Spoidy might play spoiler. Neon cannot afford to lose another player in this exchange. It's a 2v1. Can they make it happen though? Mickey's still knocked away. Fantastic grenade. He's taking a hit. Can he continue to press? Tosses the Molotov down. Neon still have a player knocked away. Valak still too far to be saved. Spoidy's going to reposition as well. And now Neon back to full strength, but they can't allow him to get caught out. That's a fantastic grenade as well. Almost getting Spoidy knocked away here. The way the grenades are tossing through though, will they be able to find one into the corner? Valak feeding as much intel as he can, but doesn't look like much though. Pretty sure they know. Surely they know where he is. Oh, the stunner. But then, you know, it's always going to be very funny how you use the stunner, but you can't capitalize on it. Oh, wow. That was some special. Spotty was getting knocked away there, flying to the corners. I mean, just smoke the stairs. Just smoke the stairs. Smoke all the stairs, man. How much time do they want to spend on this, man, in a 3v1? Like, how much time do they want to spend? ZEUS is in the corner. Probably going to want a third party this. Molotov is launched. Yeah, but the job is done. 7 eliminations now for Neon Outlaws. And now they have put themselves firmly in the conversation for that top spot. We'll see. Final boss, also putting things into perspective here. They've got 3 eliminations, potential for getting into the top draw. Dose of War also adding to their tally. Four B4M, 4 eliminations to the good. Can they crawl out of the 30s though? Well, the play zone has forced ZEUS out of this spot though. Well. It's all about the right decisions at this stage. I mean, all the rotations are coming in at the exact same time for phase 3. All of them moving into a little bit of a tighter spot though. Can they capitalize? Does it look like they can? Well, final boss on their path from that northern side. We're gonna run into 4B4M if their rotation is anything as expected. GAMERIZE though, looking very nice, central, but no eliminations for them just yet. Hopefully they don't get ambushed while all that is going on. Well, tactical execution. Yeah, it's time for them to pack it up. They don't get to win this time around. GAMERIZE finally spotted in their humble abode. Ooh, well, the ZEUS, are they in the zone? Okay, they are. In the center of everything, actually. Sitting quite nicely in that pocket. Phase 3 of the circle, about to close any moment from now. And this is where it will decide who has a chance of winning this game. Wild still surprisingly in the mix here. And there is a big draft here. The play zone has shifted towards the north. Those of War and 4RK, yeah, it's gonna be a long rotation for them to make. Hopefully they don't get caught by the ZEUS though. But there's still space for them to make a rotation from the western side. GAMERIZE is looking very comfortable in the south. The only problem is no eliminations for them just yet. So they have to capitalize on the fact that they have the numbers. FINALBOSS also have the numbers, but they are holding in the north. Neon also with the same idea, trying to make that northern rotation though, setting your sights. It looks like Wild. It is Wild going up against them, but is this a fight you want to take though? Stage 4 of the circle out in the blue zone. Is this what you want to do? Well, I guess it's what they want to do. Neon will lose out in that exchange. That guy is going to be the victim. And now they will run into FINALBOSS as well. Well, Miggy actually makes his way through, but he's probably going to get stopped by another 2 players from FINALBOSS. Hopefully he doesn't get caught out, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. There's a lot of ground to cover inside of those spaces there. FINALBOSS with a nice idea, trying to hold the width of the northwestern side, the entirety of the north, right? They want to hold the width. And it looks like it might work in their favor, right? It looks like it might work. Oh, we'll see. No, it's not. It looks like GAMERIZE are the ones pulling up to the scene here against the guys from FINALBOSS, and this might be something. But GAMERIZE, again, I think they just want to win the chicken dinner. I think this is that type of game for GAMERIZE right now. They just want to win the chicken dinner. That is their only measurement of success, because they commit to this. Is he gonna get dropped? Oh wow, that was nasty close from Panda, but he does get dropped, and he gets flushed as well from Big Zin. Back end, Big Zin is coming through, coming in clutch. Legacy gets him dropped away. Oh, unfortunate. But Slater will be getting stopped. Neon Outlaws will go out. 8 eliminations, good game for them, but they could have done so much better. And now, in all of that, they are still 5th. That's how diabolical this game is, man. In all of that Neon Outlaws have done, they are still 5th. And now GAMERIZE, they've lost the man, but that will not stop them at all. But it looks like FINALBOSS wants this. Slime is pushing up, but he will be stopped dead in his tracks. We still have 7 teams in the mix, though. 20 players alive. And FINALBOSS have been stopped. Wild is the only team that now poses a threat to Gamerize. And Gamerize, knowing them, they want to win this game, but Wild, yeah, taking damage from the blue zone after hanging around there too long with Neon Outlaws. Now they're paying for it. They're probably gonna be spotted. Yep, spotted by Elia. Goes back to the lobby. ZEUS chopping it all up. Yeah, Kuba had a, a slip there in the sideline. But those of all, I mean, they've played it really slow, right? They've played it super slow. After eliminating Unique, they just slowed it down. Didn't really do too much anymore. Ooh, well, it's easier. Well, looks like Royal Academy still have Lyrad. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Yeah, that was a Demama grenade. That's what they call those, a Demama grenade. Kuba with one of those. He's stone arm one time. Back to the lobby he goes. Dose of War. Looking very good, though. Leclerc finally getting rid of another player from Wild. I mean, man, like it's nobody else there. You know, Zeus final boss eliminated. Wild about to be eliminated as well. GAMERIZE still very strong with 3 in the mix here. You know, they've started dealing with ZEUS. Like I said, this is a chicken dinner type of game for GAMERIZE. They didn't really want to do too many fancy things. They just wanted to get the chicken dinner and cement their place in the finals. And this is how you know a team that's very good. This is exactly what they wanted to do. You know, this is their game. They've already won. It's already done. You know, it's really already done. It's one of those things you have to understand the psychologicals, right? The psyche. I mean, Legacy getting called out and knocked away. Yo, he was alone. Why? Well, this is about to be something different for before him in the mix. Still believe Gamerize should win this, though. They have the zone. They should still win this game. You know, Dose of War 4 before him. They're gonna tear each other to pieces trying to get into the circle there. You can see the sprays flying through from goats. Yep, trade-off. It's a matter of who's going to get there first. It looks like Leclerc is going to be the one. Yep, goat getting spotted out. Fell for the bait. Gets knocked away. Gamerize, they have everything. They have it all. It's all covered from the basis. This is a chicken dinner game for them. They don't need, they knew the eliminations will come. They don't really need 10, 15 eliminations. They don't want the chicken dinner. I just wanted that 10-point deficit. And yeah, I mean, a lot of ground to cover for Leclerc, though. 4 before him, tanking the blue zone. They're going to be hurt for that blue zone once it starts to move. And they're probably going to make a rotation to this direction. If you don't get dropped by Leclerc, you're going to get dropped by Gamerize. I mean, that's the game right now. Goes down. Dose of War in trouble again, making the advance. I think Ares is right up there with Slime. Cuba actually getting an angle. And Leclerc is also making an advance forward. 8 eliminations for Dose of War. And this might be something interesting. But I think Gamerize should come pack this up. I'm pretty sure they know that they're here. The grenades are going to start flying in. Just not too shy, too far out. Yep, they have the zone as well. Yep, 10 eliminations, chicken dinner, 20-point game. You know, it doesn't even get any better. It really doesn't get any better than this for Gamerize. You know, the last game wasn't great for them, but they come up in this game, snatch a chicken dinner, snatch 10 eliminations. Yeah, big game played. Very, very big game. Very solid team. They just, it's just the mentals are so strong for Gamerize. You know, the other teams, they had an opportunity to apply some pressure on them, but they just capitulated under it and it didn't work out. So that's just what it is. Slime is already just sticking up to get some more intel on their positions. He's really, yep. Yeah. Oh. Does he not see him? Oh, that's trouble right there. That's trouble right there. But Ares has a vehicle on him. Is he gonna do the 1v1 thing? Is he gonna run it through? Yep, it is. Grenade in hand already. He's taking damage, pops him through, launches that one over to the right. Yep. Chicken dinner, Gamerize. Well deserved as well. 10 eliminations apiece though. But they were never really worried, for being honest. They were never really worried. Yeah, I can't wait to see them in the finals. I cannot wait to see them in the finals. Powerful performance from them. Mentally tasking, everything, but big draft, big plays for Gamerize. 10 eliminations and a chicken dinner. I mean, can't fault them at all. I think this should be their second chicken dinner of this group stage campaign. And I do remember them. I do remember them being in the qualifiers, right? They were so good. They were so good, and I like the fact that they have been very consistent. I think Gamers and Unique have done all they need to do. And I did talk about it. By game 7, the job is finished, or there's hope. But I think the job is finished right now. Gamerize and Team Unique, they've really just been a level above everyone else. But right now, you can see, a lot of knocks though, but ties to more limbs. 4 green eliminations, couple of assists in there, 2 vehicle eliminations. Well, this was an even Steven. 1700 for both teams, 28 minutes on the clock for both teams. But that chicken dinner, of course, will always reign supreme for what separates the two teams. Those are all best game they've had for the entirety of this group stage, and it's unfortunate that it's coming now, because I knew that these guys had, they had the potential. They had a lot of potential to do something, but I was just really surprised that they just found their footing very, very late. Well, big shout out to Kuba, the MVP, with his Tommy Hilfiger hoodie. I do love that Tommy Hilfiger hoodie. I ain't gonna lie, man. It makes me remember. I need to get some more Tommy Hilfiger gear, honestly. Well, taking a look at that, we'll see. 6 elimination, 600 plus on the damage blocks, 4 knocks as well, 4 dose of war, and he did have 28 minutes on the clock. Well, take a look at that. Slime from Gamerize. Wait, so we had 5 different players. I think this is the second time I'm seeing Big Zin in the MVP's conversation. I think he was there in match 1 yesterday, and I think here he is again. So arguably the most consistent player in Neon Outlaws. But Cuba was in the mix as well. Slime, Dexter for 4B4M, and Leclerc. Okay, we do have two players from Dose of War. Leclerc was there again. Why is Leclerc wearing a for Kill Esports jersey though? Interesting. But yeah, 20 points in total for GAMERIZE. With that, they shut down every single thing. You know, I believe that's 93 points if I'm not mistaken, or so, 90 something. Dose of War with 16 for the good, 4v4M with 10, Wild Esports with 8, tied with Neon Outlaws. For real, in 6 with 5, tying through. Final Boss 4, Royal Academy, and Tactical Execution 3 apiece. Nam all the way down to Rescue Esports with 1 apiece as well. So let's take a look at the overall for the MVPs for this group stage before we go into the last game of the night. I believe Madman is still very much in the mix. Legacy and Kiros Final Boss also in the conversations. 3K apiece. Slater and Skinny actually has been the most consistent players for Neon Outlaws with 13 eliminations. So these are the conversations that we are having right now. Wow. GAMERIZE looking good, 93 on the block with Team Unique in second place, 87 on the mix. Wild Esports have 59, tied with Final Boss as well at 59, and Neon Outlaws with 54. At the very least, Neon Outlaws should finish top 3 at least, you know, just for the culture, right? For the culture, because Team Unique, yeah, I don't think anybody's catching them. What is that? How many points is that? 20. Yeah, that's like 20, what, 28? Yeah, bro. Pack it up. But it's just a matter of who finishes top 3 right now, honestly. Tactical Execution, Rescue Esports, for real. For the ZEUS, 28, 21. BBC. And Dark Legacy. I respect Dark Legacy though. The fact that they're getting cooked and they are still not relenting. Fairs, unlike Sky Monsters that are cheeks. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, 3 games down, 1 more to go. It is La Coupe Africana Season 3. And we're about to stay locked in for Miramar action. So do not touch that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. By the time we are back, we'll bring you more PUBG Mobile action in Miramar.
Send them out. The ground sports. Be aware that there's someone
This is going to end the final games of the night.
Midway, and I'm live here at the 10 and 80 Game Fest campus happening right here in Abuja. If you are seeing this, there's lots of games, music, networking, and so much fun happening. And the best part, it's all free.
Hi guys, my name is Roger and I'm the winner for the Cross Mobile.
Joshua, I won the tournament for Street Fighter 6. Shalom Olasisomi.
Me from our Winifred.
It's Mustafa Sani. I'm the winner for the Forza Horizon 3 Championship. I won the fire competition today, concluded by 10 and 80 and Monster.
We need more of this, we need 10 more, 20 more. I did this every day.
I want to say a very big thank you to 10 and 80 and Monster for hosting this competition. This has shown me that esports can go far in Nigeria. When I saw the opportunity to compete in this game, I knew that yes, this is it. I can definitely win it, and I came out victorious today.
Huge thank you to 10 and 80 and Monster for the wonderful tournament hosted.
I want to thank the sponsors, 10 and 80 and Monster Energy for bringing such a wonderful event.
Hi, I'm Dilo and I'm live at the 10 and 80 Campus Game Fest right here in Port Harcourt. It's games, music, networking and non-stop fun. The best.
All right, welcome back to the party. It is La Coupe d'Africaine Season 3. It is Group A. And right now we are all but certain of two teams that are about to advance for the first two teams to advance to the finals for the group stages. GAMERIZE and Team Unique. It's now a matter of who finishes first place and second place. You know, just really a matter of who finishes first place and second place. I mean, then I would like to see who finishes third place, you know, just to give them a little bit of a morale booster. Ooh. Well, we're about to see. I mean, everyone is in the south. Everyone is very much in the south here. And it looks like BBC and Neon already trading blows. Yup, it's Big Zen for the first drop. Oh, and that's another one. Right in the dust. That's a shotgun. Gotta be careful. Just get the drop again. Is he gonna be flushed? Where are his teammates though? Oh, looks like Law is also knocked away. Valake is going for the pickup though. Yeah, but it looks like it's going to be GG's for them. And that is going to be the job done. Neon Outlaws getting themselves for 4 points. And a stiffy one for all their troubles. Good start, very good start for them, but you know, this might be just medicine too late. And interestingly enough, like the competition between third place to like fifth place, right, is third place is sixth place. It is so tight. You know, that would have been something really special to look out for. But you know, when you have the likes of Unique and GAMERIZE just handicapping the lobby. I mean, if this was going to be like top 3 advance, oh my days. If it was going to be top 3, whoo, that would have been something nasty. it would have been something nasty, something filthy if it had happened like that, man. But you know, that third place, that third position, uh, that third place, yeah, it would have been one for the books. I mean, 59, 59, 58, and 52. Yeah, that would have been something. That would have definitely been something if it worked out that way, but it didn't. So they are gonna have to go to last chance. They are gonna have to go to last chance. Tactical execution also starting on the front foot here against the guys from Wild. And looks like Tezzy and Rohan are putting in that work. Ooh. Well, Svado almost getting knocked away there. Having no idea. What? What are you doing? Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I think Svado just doesn't have like that awareness. He just didn't have it. Well, tactical execution looking quite glamorous. You know, and the funny thing is they had a very good stint. I think they played in the gauntlet stages. Yes, they did. I think they had a very good stint in the gauntlet stages, man. They had a very good stint. I'm quite surprised of their performance right now in the group stages, if I'm being honest. You know? But it looks like Final Boss gonna have a little bit of something on their hand against Team Unique. Imagine what? That was a spray and a half from Ara though. If he had caught Kaish up there still charging his nade. Yeah, that didn't work. After everything that went down, I mean I'm pretty sure he could have sprayed him on top of that hillside. But doesn't look like that was going to be the case. Oh, yeah. Now that's how you toss a grenade. Mad man. It's a shifty one for Team Unique, but it's a doable one regardless. Kairos is trying to circle back, get an angle on everything here, but doesn't look like he can do much. Looks like Ralph will be getting flushed, surely. I think they're pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Exist has him in his sidelines. Or maybe Ralph is trying to feed his teammates the intel, but it doesn't look like. Yeah, man. It's all part of the plan. GG's. They go. They lose out. Oh, they still got Ara. Okay, Ara's still here, though. Ooh, nice shot from him. But he's going to be packed up. Final boss go out. And now an opportunity for Neon Outlaws and Royal Academy to leapfrog over them into that top 4 position. So it's really now a matter of Unique and Gamerize, like who's going to finish on top, right? I feel like that's just really what it is at this stage. Who's going to finish on top? Who's going to finish in first place? Who's going to take it? These are the conversations that are going to be had. We're about to witness greatness, ladies and gentlemen, 4B4M and the rest of the other teams. But we will see. We will see. Ooh. Well, here they come. Nam Esports though. Yo, Milton getting knocked away by an AEG from that distance and getting flushed by Hamoud is nasty business, man. That's just nasty business. I can't lie, man. What? I was not expecting to see that, not even in the slightest. We're about to see. Gold USD, do you have something special lurking? Grenades are flying through. Is he gonna get knocked away? Ooh, well, yeah. I feel those of war are gonna lose someone in this exchange because they're not breaching this right. They are not breaching this right because there's a potential third party in the distance, so they have to make sure that they wrap this up quick. And they can't play from outside anymore because of that third party. If they are not aware of that, oh, yeah, that would have been one. Yeah, man. Imagine if his grenade got him knocked, that would have been long. Well, it looks like they are getting the job done. Plazo still very much in the south here. Puerto Parisio is where it's at. But, you know, these guys are in Los Leones, and I don't see them making any rotations from here, at least for the next 2 circles. And it is phase 1 of that circle is already on the move. Ooh. It's a tough day, man. It's a tough day for some of these teams, man. But it's going to be a party nonetheless. Rohan finally getting his second drop. King goes for Ezra. Ezra, do you have any cats by chance? Showdown is also gonna get spotted there. Helia goes down. If Helia is getting knocked, these guys ain't making it, dog. If Helia is getting floored, ooh, Legacy is actually there from GAMERIZE. So GAMERIZE have secured the first elimination here. I guess Legacy again. Also, that's a fantastic grenade. Oh, perfectly launched by Legacy. And yeah, wait, in all of that, was it only one elimination that GAMERIZE got? Looks like it is one. I think Tactical Execution stole the rest. Tactical Execution is up to 5 now. Yep, they're up to 5 right now. They can add a couple more, turn things around. It looks like Zumeri is also going to get knocked away. Oh, Neon Outlaws. Neon Outlaws, at the very least, trying their best to finish. Trying their best to finish in the top 3. King is spotted, and he's taking a lot of damage. You know, a whole lot of damage from Slater, I believe. And looks like Ares has been knocked away. I mean, Tactical Execution, can they capitalize on this? Do they want it? I think they do want it, though. I think they do. Slater's trying to trade off. Ooh, Slater's actually going for the Resi. You gotta respect your teammate that goes into the middle of the fire for a Resi. And Legacy is making an advance slowly but surely inside of the smoke. But doesn't look like he's gonna commit to it. Slater gets caught again by Superboy. This time around, yeah, they're gonna capitalize on it. That's 2 now for GAMERIZE. And that's another body in the air. Simon's trying to pack things up on Superboy. Take some more. Oh, it looks like a third party, actually. Legacy going back to 4RK. First elimination of the map. Imagine your first elimination of the map being the team sitting in first place, right? Something special. But I mean, GAMERIZE 93 points. You know, like, and it's an honest conversation to have in their performance, leading up to their performance in the finals, right? As opposed to the teams we're going to have tomorrow. You know, the Group B's and Group B and Group C. What we're going to have tomorrow, right? But the fact that these two teams started the day first place and second place, and they are going to finish the day first place and second place, tells you of their quality, you know. And I really can't wait to see them in the finals because it is well deserved, absolutely well deserved. Here they come again, trying to pack things up. Aries, can he take him on? He should, but it doesn't work this time around. Rohan has something to say about that one. It will take yet another hit. Tactical, 2 players down though. This could be something special. Slime could get an angle on this. Could get an angle on this and turn it around though. But can he? Looks like there's going to be a massive shift, massive shift in the rotational patterns again. Slime manages to get Tezzy knocked away though, but didn't really yield much. GAMERIZE eliminated with 1 elimination, but they already know that the job is done. Hamoud continuously adding some more and more pressure for a dose of war. It looks like Nam will be the next ones to follow suit. They take a little bit of damage there from Shaki with the grenade tossed in. But you know, Leclerc has been quite useful there, and Kura with an angle there, immediately getting torched. In Dose of War, they could capitalize on this if everything goes the way they expect. They have Kuba outside. He's knocked away. It's going to be hard to get to him. They need to go through them. They need to go through the guys from Rescue Esports. So it's a 3 versus 3. It's balanced on both ends, but they need to make sure they get this done quickly because Kuba's starting to bleed out. Will they get to Cuba in time? Or have Rescue Esports cut out? Well, Rescue Esports cut out the travel lane. But I mean, this play zone is nasty though. It's like in the middle of nowhere. It's really in the middle of the water. That's where it really is. That's where it really is, man. Leclerc terminating another body for Rescue Esports. And now this is the capitalizing position they've been waiting on. Hopefully they can get Cuba picked up, but now that is going to cost them because they need to make sure Cuba gets picked up, man. They need to. Oh no, he's not getting picked up. So this has turned on its head right now. Oh, Leclerc with a drop, feints over to the right, tries to go for the flush. He does get it. So it's already left for him and Mahmoud right now. Trying to bait and switch into the vehicle, feints off to the left. Leclerc trying to go for it. He does get the flush. That was some nasty piece of business there. He's going for it again. He knows he's trying to circle back. Feints into the corner, shoot him underneath, doesn't work. Feints to the left, but surely the job is done. Leclerc clutch for a dose of war. 8 eliminations. Academy, your sides of the guys from Neon Outlaws, and they are fighting by the riverbed there. 4v4M with a different idea of their own team. Unique also getting into the mix. Crazily enough, right? This turned upside down so quickly. Madman now setting his sights onto the guys from Royal Academy. Neon Outlaws, I believe they have a player knocked away. And yeah, Royal Academy eliminated by Unique. 8 eliminations now, and they are back into first place. What a shift that has been for them. Neon Outlaws, though, did they make it across? I'm not sure, but they are by the edge of the water there. Mural has been spotted. Probably gonna get blown away in that vehicle for 4K, 4K. Tactical execution. Also on the receiving end of something there from Killgang X. Again, he spears through. That's another one out of the vehicle at the hands of Rohan. Playzone already hot on their heel. 4v4M already is trying to circumvent the angles there. Nolan has become 10 eliminations right now for tactical execution. I mean, I always knew they had it in them. It's just unfortunate that these things come out in the last game and they can't really do anything for you, right? But you want to stay in the top 8 though. Actually, you actually want to stay in the top 8 though. Like realistically speaking, right? You have to stay in the top 8. That's the real truth. You know, outside all of this, you still got to stay in the top 8 though. You just can't be stinking up the place, to have a chance for last chance. I think you still have to be in the top 8. Tezzy on the wheels of steel. Big Zin in the mix. Can he catch him off guard? Is this trigger discipline? Is King gonna run out in the open and get caught? I think at least they've got a minute though. I'm not sure they're aware of Big Zin's position though. Probably gonna trail him and feed the intel to the rest of his teammates as they advance into the zone. Whoop, he missed all his shots. It's GG's for him. Whoa, yo, he got slapped up quick. He was not even aware, man. Was not even aware of that DBS coming his way. 4v4M. There's a chance these guys will not stop Unique. There's a fat chance that they don't stop Unique. Imagine that the grenade is already coming through. Why are you tossing a frag grenade at the door? It would not be far-fetched. Yep, he's already there. Madman is already there. First line of defense already breached. 4v4M lose Veigar relatively very, very quickly. I like I said, I would not be surprised 4v4M can hold them. And they're currently sitting in 9th place. You want to be in top 8. You want to be in top 8. I'm telling you, you really want to be in top 8. So this battle for top 8 now is what I'm keeping my eyes on, because right now those of us still have 8 eliminations. 4v4M, I think they're like 2 points ahead right now. So this is going to be one for the books. It's going to be very, very scary, right? It's going to be very scary for them if they lose out on this. 4v4M, I mean, getting breached by a team coming in from the water. It's been a while I saw something like that happen, but like, where is the confidence? I mean, they're having placement points right now, but so is everybody else. Just look at that. Leclerc has him in the sidelines, but Leclerc was also aware of the teams potentially to his left-hand side. That is, Neon Outlaws, have they advanced though? Well, yep, they have advanced, but the play zone will claim them, and that will be the end of the road for them as well. And they finish in, I believe, in 3rd place, barring any toward performance here, but Team Unique, like imagine a team coming in from the water, right? And they over like they breach you and then get on top of you as well. Yeah, Panzilov is it's gonna be spotted. Oh, tactical execution. GG's to them. They go out. I think they secured 15 points in all due, but I'm not sure. Now, it really depends on how far before him and those who will perform here, because one of them is going to be excluded from the top 8. One of them is going to be excluded from the top 8, but who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Ungalo spotted as well by frags. I mean, yeah, he goes back. Madman closes it down. Team Unique, potential for a chicken dinner. I mean, they saw GAMERIZE get a chicken dinner, so they thought, why not them? Why not them? Panzlov as well. But if Dose of War can snatch something here, they might just be able to get into that top 8. They might. The fact that they're finding these performances right now, though, says a lot. I mean, these guys they're not in the zone, right? He's supposed to tear through every single one of them. Man, this top 8 thing is going to be such a nasty shift. Cash is already making a play for the left hand side. It's probably going to be spotted. Ooh, the blue zone is most likely going to claim them all, though. So it's 4 before him. Ooh, Frags has actually made it to shore. He spotted Cash, but he doesn't see him. He has to come up for air. Spotted again. Misses out. Leclerc is losing out. Ooh, he spotted him, but he's going to be dropped away. And that is the end of the road there for 4B4M. Now, Dose of War. Can Leclerc get the job done? I mean, it's a 3v1. Doesn't look like he can stop Unique here, but 8 eliminations and a second place finish is not the worst thing in the world. And potentially, this could put them inside of that top 8. It's very, very stiff. It's very slim. But we'll see if that's going to be the case. Grenade launched. Oh. Yep, they've already spotted him. I believe Madman has spotted him already. Dives into the water and finds himself into the corner. What is he doing? Is he trying to take damage? Nope. You can't escape. Unique chicken dinner. And the job is done. GAMERIZE getting the chicken dinner in game 3. Unique getting the chicken dinner in game 4. Putting everyone on notice. Putting them all on notice that it is game time. And what a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. The party does not stop, but it has stopped for some of these teams. 14 eliminations and a chicken dinner from Team Unique. Well deserved. 2k in damage points, 24 points to the good. Yeah, that's how you make the lobby rumble. Madman with 6 yet again, adding to his tally. I think that's like 40, right? That's like 40 elims. Still he's pulling those Amar numbers. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him and Amar go head to head, along with the other, top MVPs from the Gauntlet stage. Really looking forward to seeing them, stack up in the finals. But right now, Frags exists, Kaish and Madman coming in clutch with 14 eliminations. Well deserved. Team Unique yet again showing their masterclass in ability and doing exactly what they said they would. What a performance. What a performance from them. 49 total limbs, 4600 in heals, and 48 total knocks. Very, very contrasting from what we had in, you know, the Erangel game, though. Very, very contrasting. 4 grenade eliminations, 25 assists, 1 vehicle a limb. Yes, very, very contrasting from what we had in the previous game. But yeah, you know, still not too contrasting though in terms of, you know, the grenades, assists, and vehicles. But overall, we'll take a look at that tactical execution. T3 2300. I mean, imagine having this performance and still you couldn't crack it. You know, it's all about consistency. This is where you see a player 14 eliminations to 11, 26 minutes on the clock for team unique, and 22 for tactical execution, 24 for the points so far gathered, and 15 for tactical execution. I mean, yeah, saw a glimpse of the real tactical execution I saw in the gauntlet stage, right? I saw a glimpse of them, a real glimpse of them in this game, and I still think they're going to make it to the finals, right, from the survival stage. But we'll see. But once again, Madman is the MVP, and he's the MVP overall for the Group A. And what a performance he has had. He has been absolutely phenomenal for Team Unique, and I can't wait to see his performance in the finals coming in a few days from now. But you know, the party doesn't stop still for them. Did have 5 knocks on a couple, almost roughly 900 plus in damage points, and it's well deserved as well. It is one I was able to crack inside and add a couple there. But the Madman, you know, leading charge. Rohan has also been very good. Very, very good for tactical execution. Tezzy as well has also been very outstanding for tactical execution. I still believe they'll make the finals, right? I don't really see anybody pulling up. They're not pulling up these numbers, you know, but it's going to just be very hard. But Leclerc for Dose of War, again, carrying that team on his back. His back must be hurting. Kaish as well, putting in the work alongside Madman. Those two have been absolutely phenomenal. 24 points. I'm pretty sure that gets them to the hundreds conversation. The elite, the Mad Monkeys, and the likes, you know, and RGX. Those conversations. These are the numbers that they were dropping. Dose of War 14. I mean, Dose of War coming in clutch, but then so late. But did he do enough to put them in the top 8? Because remember, you still got to be in the top 8 though. You know, but 4B4M looking very good. With 6 eliminations, I mean, I don't think that's enough. Outlaws, Neon Outlaws with 10 points. I mean, they just had a good spell these last 2 games. It's so interesting that they chose the last 2 games to actually do it. 4K with 6 in 6th place with 5. Rescue Sports with 3. 2-1-1 apiece for Wild and Gamerize. And from Nam down to the ZEUS, nothing in the bag. Woo! So let's look at our overall MVPs after Madman, who is chasing him down. Because don't forget, Legacy, Final Boss, Kaish, and King from Tactical Execution finishing off nicely. So we're going to be looking at 39 limbs, just shy of 40, but not crazy at all. We saw 44, I believe. Legacy was in the mix as well, 21 eliminations. We're going to keep our eye out for these two. Unfortunately, Final Boss did not make it to the finals, but we're going to keep our eyes on Kairos in the survival stages. Unique as well. Also in the mix, Kaish and Madman, these two, gonna keep our eyes on them for sure. King, still gonna keep our eyes on him in the survival stages as well. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the job well done. Team Unique with 111 points and only 1 chicken dinner. Only 1 chicken dinner. You are just farming 79 eliminations. You know, outside of the top 3, they're like double elimination of everybody else outside of Final Boss, but still a dominant performance. GAMERIZE, Chicken Dinner Merchants, 3 chicken dinners out of 8 games. That's like 40%. You know, that's 40% is nasty business. You know, but Outlaws in the mix as well. Finishing top 3. So unfortunately, they don't take the top 3, but 64 points, not a bad shout. Could have been so much better. Wild with 60, Final Boss with 59, Royal Academy with 54, and Tactical Execution 5150 for Dose of War. And this is your top 8. 4B4M, their stinker, unfortunately, does not see them in the top 8. 4RK as well in the mix here. 35 apiece with them. Rescue Esports, ZEUS with 28, Nam with 21. Interestingly, Nam had a chicken dinner here and it still didn't change anything for them. BBC with 19. Dark Legacy and Sky Monsters just here for the vibes. And yes, sir, that is the action we have for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. La Coupe d'Africaine group. We have come to the end of Group A. And what a performance from Team Unique. They do an amazing job. 111 points. GAMERIZE also there with 94. Those 2 teams advance to the finals of La Coupe d'Africaine. So tomorrow we'll have Group B for you. Brand new set of teams. Also the top 2 teams will qualify to the grand finals. Who's it going to be? Well, we're going to find out same time tomorrow. Do not touch that. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry. We'll be right back same time tomorrow. See you. Until then.